Hello, YouTube. I hope everything is going well out there. I am fighting through this little cough and cold, so you guys just bear with me. I got a lot of cough drops and everything, so I can get through this live. All right, so I hope everyone enjoyed their holiday. Thanks everyone for supporting me and Wiley in the interview the other day. Thank you guys for running up those numbers, and you are greatly appreciated. And big shout out to all of my new subs. All right, so I'm gonna get off into it today. I have a few topics to touch on, and if you guys check this playback, just make sure you show some love, like, and share, and all that good stuff. All right, let's get off into the first video here. So this is a young lady in the podcast, and she's giving some advice to some young ladies. Check this out and listen to what she has to say. And it's basically about young women, having like a lot of children and stuff like that. So listen to what she has to say about that situation.
That's out here, y'all popping them out like hotcakes. Just remember, one day you're going to be my age. I'm 29. She's 20. How are you? 26. She's 26. One day you're going to be our age. And the more kids you keep popping out, the more kids you're going to keep accumulating, which means the more kids you're going to want some man to accept.
Okay, I'm just going to make sure I'm sharing. Okay.
As his own. Let's be for fucking real. And if you already know how hard it is to date with kids, you already can't find a babysitter. You already missing days of work. You already don't have money for yourself. You already calling out. You already don't have your hair done, your nails never done. You always walk around here looking how you looking because you got to take care of this kid. Or you might be the other kind of parent who look good and your kid look a fucking hot mess because you trying to keep up your image so you can be able to entertain whoever it is you trying to entertain. Take into consideration that it costs nothing to get on fucking birth control. Young women who out here, I know a couple that's out here, y'all popping them out like hotcakes. Just remember, one day you're going to be my age. I'm 29. She's 20. How are you? 26. She's 26. One day you're going to be our age. And the more kids you keep popping out, the more kids you're going to keep accumulating, which means the more kids you're going to want some man to accept as his own. Let's be for fucking real. And if you already know how hard it is to date with kids, you already can't find a babysitter. You already missing days of work. You already don't have money for yourself. You already calling out. You already don't have your hair done, your nails never done. You always walk around here looking how you looking because you got to take care of this kid. Or you might be the other kind of parent who look good and your kid look a fucking hot mess because you trying to keep up your image so you can be able to entertain whoever it is you trying to entertain. Take it to consideration.
Yes, I see exactly where she's coming from because as a woman, you do want to keep yourself up and look presentable, especially if you're trying to be in a dating scene. Even if you're just out here in regular life, you just want to look good as a woman, as a person. And our kids and the bills, keeping a roof over our kids' head and everything maintained in the home, that's the first priority is being an adult. And especially when you're a single mom, when you're a single parent, that stuff is all on us. The responsibility is all on us. So it's up to us to keep the household going. So most of the time, some of our wants, some of the things that we want, actually has to be put on a back burner because we chose to have children and we got to take care of them, of course. So I understand where she's coming from, and I'm not gonna get off into the comments, but I did read a lot of comments like this is not true. Oh, it's not hard to get a man when you got kids. It's just some people actually know the reality, but they don't want to live in the reality. But you denying what's true does not make it less true. That's all I say about that. I seen another girl that commented, "This is not true. My mother kept a man," and and people in the comment section was like roasting her. And she was like, "My mom had 5 children and she kept a man around." And they were like, "Well, it looks like your mom didn't keep a man because it sounds like she probably had several men. So it don't sound like she kept a man." And If your mom was such a good woman, why did she have so many different men around her children? That's another thing you got to consider too when you're a single mother. You have to consider the people that you meet and the people that you decide to bring around your children. Are they safe? Like, is this the right person? Are they actually cool with possibly being a step parent? There's a lot to be taken in accountability into account when you're a single parent. And that's whether you're a single mom or a single dad. Because there's lots of single dads out here too. Okay, I'm gonna get off into this next topic. This next topic is a little on the different side, but I'm gonna jump right off into this. So it's a woman, and I don't know how long she's been married. She didn't say how long she was married or whatever, but her husband was interested in some different type of.
He wanted you to peg him.
Yep. He wanted me to pay him. He bought the strap on. He bought the dildo.
Oh my god! Hey, what's up? Shout out to Bougie Barbie. Shout out to my favorite moderator in the building. Okay, so I probably want to give out a trigger warning because this conversation is a little different. Okay, yes, happy new month. Can you guys believe it's already December the 1st? Where in the heck did this year go? That's all I want to know. Where did this year go? It just flew by us, passed us up. That's why I be thinking like all the goals and the things that I have in mind, I just gotta get on it. Fitness goals, career goals, everything I gotta get on it because time ain't stopping. So this woman, she's having an interview with a podcast, and as you can see the title, it says "Wife Pegs DL Husband for the first time." So she said that her husband was interested in some things, and I guess he opened up to her and said, "This is what he wants." So you guys listen to her story, and I'm gonna do a little commentary after this. Make sure you hit that like button. Shout out to the few people that are out there. I know people probably getting ready for work and everything, but I just want to come with this live because I'm figuring a lot of people are probably at home chilling. So you guys hit that like button. Take a listen to what she's saying about her husband.
He went on Amazon. He bought all of it. It was like the conversation happened so fast, just like trying to make it sound like, well, it's not gay if a girl doing it. I wouldn't feel like I was gay if I let you do it. And I'm like, let's see if you would actually do it. And he actually did.
What was that experience like for you the
It
first
was
time?
uncomfortable and it was nasty. And I felt like I was more in shock that he was actually doing it. This is not your first time doing this. You've done this before. Part of me felt sorry for him because I saw how much of a length he was going through just to get what he wanted. You actually trying to manipulate me into thinking that this is not something that you've done before, and you're going along with it just so you can get the end result, which is this. This is what you like.
I guess the other question would be, why would you stay?
And go where? And go where? I got 3 kids that's under 10. He literally made me confined to being a stay-at-home wife. Anytime I did try to like go to school or get a job, it was a fight.
He wanted you to peg him.
Yep. He wanted me to pay him. He bought the strap on. He bought the dildo. He went on Amazon. He bought all of it. It was like the conversation happened so fast, just like trying to make it sound like, well, it's not gay if a girl doing it. I wouldn't feel like I was gay if I let you do it. And I'm like, let's see if you would actually do it.
All right, so you guys hear that? That's a wife who ended up doing some things in the bedroom that she wasn't really for, but something that her husband has been desiring. I'm not for sure if he has any type of down low feelings about men. I'm not really for sure, but that's a situation that's crazy because I'm feeling like that's your wife and you're putting her in a position where she feel like what she's doing to you, she doing it to satisfy you, but she really didn't want to do it. And then you like putting her in a very uncomfortable situation. And this is a situation where people will be like, girl, you need to leave him. Girl, you need to leave him. Did you hear what she just said? She has 3 kids by this man, all under the age of 10. And then she just up and leave when she going to be just out here struggling, trying to be a single mom. And, that's the thing a lot of women fear. A lot of women stay in relationships that they don't want to be in. A lot of women stay in toxic relationships in fear of being a single parent. So it's a video that's circulating out here of a woman who has 4 children, and the background of her situation is one of her child fathers ended up essaying one of her daughters. So she had to, like, cut him off. I believe she did press charges. His family turned against her. She's been working every day, working, grinding, doing her adult thing and taking care of her family. But she is now basically could be facing eviction. She's behind on her car note and behind on a lot of her bills. And she's going through a very tough financial situation as a single mom. And and that's just the thing that a lot of women want to avoid. So that's why she's sticking around. So a lot of people will probably be looking at this woman like, girl, your husband bent over and you did sexual things to him that was in a homosexual category or whatever. But they'll be like, girl, you staying over there. She don't want to be a single mom. That's a big reason why, she's staying over there. But I just wish her the best. Let's just listen to this one more time so you guys can hear this.
And he
Oh, shout out to Natasha. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. You guys make sure you hit that like button. Shout out to everybody. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. Today is the first day of December. Let's hear what she's talking about.
actually did.
What was that experience like for you the
It
first
was
time?
uncomfortable and it was nasty, and I felt like I was more in shock that he was actually doing it. This is not your first time doing this. You've done this before. Part of me felt sorry for him because I saw how much of a length he was going through just to get what he wanted. You actually trying to manipulate me into thinking that this is not something that you've done before, and you're going along with it.
Yes, I feel the same way, Natasha. I feel the same way. And you know what? This same woman would be, let's say a couple of years later, she finally get the courage. Oh, her kids got a little older. She finally get the courage to leave. And this would be the same woman people would be condemning. Why you leave your husband? Girl, why you leave your husband? Girl, do you know what my husband had me doing to him? My husband made me peg him so he could get gratification out of that because I believe, like she said, she felt like her husband is like DL or whatever. And if she feels like that's something she don't want to deal with anymore, who can blame her? Who can knock her for that? I couldn't blame her if she ever wanted to leave. That's a crazy situation to me. Crazy, crazy. Okay, so let's move to the next topic. The next topic, I'm breezing through these real quick. As you guys can hear, I have kind of lost my voice. I've been having a crazy cough, trying to get over it, eating the halls drops and stuff like that, trying to just maneuver through this cold. But it's getting a little better. Okay, let me make sure I'm sharing this. Okay, so I'm gonna share this with you guys because I want you guys to listen to this. And I'm the type, hey, if something is true, it's true. I feel like what this brother is saying is really true. But it's not just referring to women. This is referring to men too, because a lot of people have delusional thoughts. But let's listen to what this man is saying about the dating scene. And he's talking about why he feels like the dating scene is really kind of messed up these days.
Tall guys. You'll hear a short woman literally look at a smaller man and say, he's too small for me. Fat women like to date what? What type of man do you typically see a fat woman with? Either a toothpick built brother or they require a man that's in the gym and she has never seen the likes of any Planet Fitness. Let's go a little bit further, right? Because you don't think I'm on to something. What type of men do broke women think that they should be dating? Let me put my big ear. I got time today. What type of men do broke women think that they should be dating? Rich ones. What type of men do toxic women think that they should be dating? Healed ones. The ones. What type of women do crazy? What type of men do crazy women think that they should be dating? Sane ones. That's why you're single. You don't even like the men that are for you. You want you a unicorn, huh? It's hard to date because women refuse to date the men that actually match them in every way. Let me cook for a second. Short women typically like to date what? Tall guys. You'll hear a short woman literally look at a smaller man and say, he's too small for me.
But I'm feeling like this, and everybody in the comment section saying that this man is married. I've never seen this man before. But this is what I'm thinking. Everything that he's talking about are preferences that people have. And isn't that the thing where guys feeling like women coming at them about their preference? You know, some guys like women who are fit. Some guys prefer women who are a lighter complexion. Some guys prefer women who don't have any kids. Those are all preferences. And why are people still even having conversations about people's preferences? Why do men get mad when we have interest? Exactly. It's like whenever a woman talk about her type, a man get their underwear in a bundle. Like for some reason, when women talk about the type of man that they like, I like a tall man. I want a man that has a career. I want a man with ambition. I want a man who's mentally stable. I want a man who's financially stable. Is this the man who wife begged? Tasha, you silly. He could be, girl. I don't know. Yeah, she said. It's men only who want to date 19-year-old supermodels. Thank you. It's men out here who have a certain type, a certain preference. But you never hear anybody ragging on a man. I mean, they instantly jump on women who say they want preferences, have preferences. You even see other women out here going against women who have preferences. But you always hear people up here talking about, oh, women need to pick better. But when they figuring out what they want and what they want to pick from, it's a problem. It's a problem with whatever women decide to do. So I just say, do you live your life and don't try to live your life according to these podcasts. Because a lot of these people, not all, but hey, some of these people out here in these podcasts is telling y'all all about relationships, telling you about how you wrong about this, how you wrong about that. A lot of them relationships are on the edge of the cliff and about to fall out. It's a lot of these people out here in the podcast world, and shout out to No Fugazi podcast. He telling men don't date single women. When he got with when he ended up getting with a woman, she had two children. She had two children, and I think he married to her. They got a child. They got a whole TikTok channel together. All dressed up in the same pajamas. So I'm just thinking, like, don't listen to what none of these people out here saying. The problem is the men online complaining all day instead of asking women on dates. Thank you. They talking about, let's go out on a coffee date. Don't let the coffee be no more than $5. Like, let's see, but it's the same for them. They really want a woman taller than them. Really want a larger woman. Really want women who make more than them. Men do the same thing we do. Thank you. We all do the same thing. And we all sitting around complaining about each other. Now that's the crazy part about it. Men and women are all, well, I'm not gonna say they're the same, but they do, like, we all do kind of think the same. It's all about what we want, how we want it, and and if you're not into that, then we moving on. That's just exactly how it is. And nobody is worse than the next person. That's just how I feel. Okay, so I hope all of y'all had a great Thanksgiving, but we have a woman here. I think she's she looked like she pregnant and she have some other kids and stuff like that. But she said last year she spent like close to $500 on Thanksgiving dinner, and this year all she did was cook some spaghetti. So let's see what she talking about over here. So yeah, she said I ain't cooking all that. And you guys know if you watch the interview I did with Wiley on Thanksgiving, I cooked lasagna. I was like this lady over here. I cooked lasagna. I made a little sweet potato pie, you know, and it was a good dinner. Cause I just got two kids, so I'm not gonna sit up here and spend all my dang money on no
cooking for her husband and kids.
Instead of spending close to $500, I figured I'm going to keep it simple.
You spent almost $500 last year?
Yes, it was egregious. It hurt, to say the least. And then to turn around knowing that rent was due the next week. Are you canceling Thanksgiving this year?
A few weeks ago, Pascal posted a TikTok venting about the cost and stress of Thanksgiving these days, and was shocked to see it resonate.
Me doing that beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, yam, lamb, ram, ham, hog, I'm not doing it. I ain't got the funds. My comment section was just like, sister, you're telling the truth. You feel like you're taking the holidays away from your kids or your family, but when you see you have thousands of other people agreeing, you're just like, okay, so it's not me.
While a traditional Thanksgiving dinner should actually be cheaper to make this year than it was last year, because the prices of some foods have come down, it's still on track to cost 19% more than before the pandemic. And inflation data shows Americans are paying 22% more for groceries.
Tasha, you said your grandmother used to get the Hungry Man Swanson's TV dinners for Thanksgiving. I know that's right. She saved a lot of money. But speaking of TV dinners, um, who have the best TV dinners, the best casseroles and whatnot? Marie Callender. Marie Callender, oh my God, it slept for real. Ooh, and that chicken pot pie Marie Callender makes, so good. I was just talking to one of my clients the other day, and he told me I didn't even know that they have they have a whole Marie Callender restaurant out here in Vegas. I said I'm gonna have to check that out. But yes, groceries are too high. I understand where she's coming from. And this is not a single mother. This is a woman who has a husband and she has children. And she like, hey, look, Thanksgiving is just days before the rent is due. A lot of us got to go up to these offices, or we got to mail off by tomorrow or no later than the 5th. We got to mail off these mortgages and we got to mail off rent. So she like, look, I'm not finna go to the grocery store and spend all this money like I did last year. And hey, I'm not mad at you, sister. I'm not mad at you at all. And I just look at it like this. When some people are out here and they're talking down on some people that's going through hard times, sometimes you gotta watch your mouth because you just never know what kind of hard times you could be facing in the future. And looking at this economy, you just never know where you're gonna be at. And people, I don't think nobody was talking down on this young lady, but I'm kind of getting off into the next topic that I'm about to talk about. And it's this young lady who went through she's going through a possible eviction with her children. And I see a lot of people talking a lot of stuff about her. I don't know if you've seen the girl in the car that's going through the eviction and stuff, but I'm gonna pull the video. And this is somebody else's video because I couldn't seem to find I couldn't seem to find the video clip on TikTok. of this young lady, but I just want to play a little bitty piece of the situation that she's going through. And I know a lot of people are like really hard on this young lady, and they're not really being sympathetic about what she's going through. So yeah, this is a mother who's facing eviction. And let's see, they're about to close Marie Calendar restaurants. Oh no. They've been in business for 50 years. Dang, I did not know that. I didn't know that they were about to close. Let's see, she did right. Those price gouging for Halloween. Yes, around the holidays, a lot of stuff go up higher than what it really is. Katie, you all right? Don't talk down on people's finances. Thank you. You never know, and that's the thing when it comes to finances. Like, you just never know what situation that you're gonna be in the future. You just gotta be careful about just putting your mouth on people and talking bad about people's situation and talking down, cause you never know where God gonna put you, honey. You just never know. And when it comes to financial situations, man, just watch your mouth. You never know. Like, you could be up one day and down the next. But let's hear this here. Hold on. Let me push pause. Hold on. Let me go back like that. Okay. Okay, yeah, I gotta take it off this so you guys can hear. Look in the mirror. Man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so.
Can't wait to tell you why.
Okay, and shout out to I believe this gentleman name is Jeremy Hill. If you want to check him out, you can feel free to. But I really was kind of sideways looking at the commentary he did on it. But we're kind of just trying to listen to this to hear this young lady story. So let's hear this. But shout out to Jeremy Hill, because I'm going to play just a little small clip of what this young lady is going through right before Christmas with 4 children.
She crying. Let's go ahead and do it. Get your tissue.
Hey everybody. I'm just coming on here because I need some advice. I guess this is a cry out for help. I'm losing it. I'm trying to figure it out. I just need someone to say, and not even to say, like, I'm tired of hearing people saying, you're gonna be strong, you got this, don't give up. But it's just like, what do you do when you don't got it? What do you do when you sat here and did your best? Like, you just keep trying. Like, what exactly can I do at this point? Like, I don't know. I'm losing it all. I have 4 children. I'm realizing each and every day, the more I go through this, that I'm literally by myself, literally. And it hurts so much because it's just like, how did I get to this point?
Well, you got there by laying on your back, tooting it up, swallowing, licking sacks and stuff, dropping it like it's hot, pee popping on the handstand, letting Pookie, Ray Ray, and Nook Nook run up in you, have 1 baby, and then after that you got knocked up again, then again and again to equal 4 babies. And now let me know if I'm wrong, but I kind of think that's how you got there. You know what I mean? Because like, that's the only way you got there. You gave a man children without requiring marriage.
Work each and every day, work hard, and sit here and put a smile on my face.
And this is something I wanted to say from what he just said. She got here by not marrying before she carrying. Sir, there's plenty of women out here who did get married, went through divorces, fighting in court to get things for their children from their ex-spouse. You have women out here who were actually wives who's actually going through the same thing that she went through. And then let's just erase that part. You have married couples out here. Like I told y'all, I had a husband, a wife, and 3 kids that I housed for 4 months. You have whole married couples going through the same thing that this young lady going through. So you getting married is not going to stop you from going through a struggle that life can bring anybody. You out here deciding not to have any children is not going to stop you from going through a struggle that anybody can go through. So some people just really have to watch how they talking down on somebody's finances. Because whether she have kids or not, and don't get me wrong now, having children does add to your plate and make your plate a little heavier. That's why I really wanted to shout out the young lady who I played first, who was saying, "Hey, young ladies, watch how many kids you're popping out. You having one after another is making your situation harder." She was right, and it was just crazy to me when I was looking down in that comment section and people talking about she don't know what she talking about. Ain't nothing wrong with having a lot of kids. Yes, it is, because it does make your situation harder. It adds to the plate. But what I'm saying is anyone that's married, single, divorced, no kids, with kids, anybody can go through financial situations, baby. That's all I'm saying.
Be happy for my children when I don't have it all put together. I don't even know where my next meal going to come from. I don't know how am I going to provide for my children. And it hurts each and every day to know that you can't do nothing about what you're going through right now. There's no help around here. I've been sitting here begging and trying to show these people like what exactly I'm going through. My rental off.
Oh, thank you, Natasha.
Are you tired of your YouTube channel not getting the attention it deserves?
Thank you, Natasha. Natasha was saying, yeah, I see Natasha. She said, "You're right. Don't talk down on people's finances." And she said, "My dad passed on with no life insurance. My mom had to struggle." Thank you. Married people go through this stuff too. And see, that's another thing that a lot of toxic gaslighting guys try to push. They be like, "Oh, you got to get the ring. Oh, the engagements don't matter. You got to get the ring." They try to push to these women. Excuse me. Try to push to these women that the ring is the end all be all when it's not. Honey, life still happens even after you have the ring. Struggle still happens even after you have the ring. Everything can still happen even after you have the ring. Exactly. Spouses pass away. He don't know all the things that may have happened to her. Thank you. You don't know what happened. And like I was telling you guys earlier, this is the young lady. And shout out to Jeremy Hill, because I know I'm using this content, but I don't agree with what he's saying, and I'm not gonna lie about that. But this is the young lady who her daughter ended up getting essayed by the father. So she had to cut him off, I'm sure. I'm sure she probably went and filed charges and all of that. So this young lady has went through a lot. Her daughter, father essayed her, and now she's out here on hard financial time. Both parents passed away, and I have to care for my younger siblings. They can keep their judgment. Thank you. That's all people do is sit and judge other people's situation. You don't know what they're going through in the background. And all he doing is looking at her like, "Oh, I don't find her attractive. Oh, she bigger." Oh, they gonna talk bad about you. If somebody don't find you attractive, they make it easier for them to talk bad about you. And you could be going through the craziest situation. And if you look good to them, they're gonna have sympathy for you. Just like the commentary that he did on the trophy wife. Oh, it was so sympathetic. Oh, he like, "Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, I hate to see her going through this. Ooh." And that's why I feel like guys like that are simps. Y'all can't even take a situation and be honest with it at face value. It have to be, "Oh, they're attractive, so I can agree with what they saying. Oh, they don't look the way I feel like they should look. They ugly, so I disagree with everything they say." I can't respect people like that. Because at the end of the day, I feel like the truth is always the truth, no matter who say it. At the end of the day, and that's just logical thinking. It could be anybody that look like whatever. If they saying the truth, it's the damn truth at the end of the day. But let's finish listening to her situation, and prayers up for this young lady. She's going through it.
I'm about to lose my car. I'm sitting here taking risks as far as driving 45 minutes back and forth to work, just to work 6 days a week, because I need to sit here and come up with money to provide and
Oh
pay
my
for.
God. And I'm going to play this, but I just want to say, man, shout out to this sister, because even though she's going through hard times, she's still pushing and working 6 days a week. I couldn't imagine. Last week, I worked on both of my off days so I could have Thursday and Friday off, but I ended up having to work like I worked 8 days straight. Oh my God. I was so tired. I think that's kind of what caused me to get sick, because I worked 8 days straight and I was woe out and I ended up catching a cold.
My bills and try to come up with my bills to not get evicted and stuff like that. So I'm sitting here taking a risk on driving dirty back and forth so my kids can sit here and at least have somewhere to sleep over their heads and stuff like that. And now that I know that there's nothing else I can do, what can I do now? I've been applying to different rental assistants and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know where to go.
I'm not going to try to be funny with this. I am, but this, how can I say it? What I'm about to say is not intended to be funny, okay? But this is what I'm going to tell you. Women like this who are desperate and have 4 kids, these are the women who, if they have never sold their bodies before, they will begin selling it. They will start.
Is that the same thing that you're going to say about the trophy wife then? Because looking at her situation, you had a lot of sympathy for her, but I didn't hear you say anything about her possibly getting out there and selling her body. Because the backstory about that, and not trying to switch topics or whatever, but the new trophy wife, her husband divorced her. And then, we found out what he did to her daughters. So she's going to be a single mother of 5 out here. Are you going to say that the new trophy wife could possibly start selling her body? Because she had to put up a whole GoFundMe just like this young lady right here. See, and that's crazy how they try to prop up different women because, oh, this woman look like this, but this woman look like this. So y'all try to prop up or put down different women that look a particular way. But when you look at everything, all these women be going through the same thing no matter what they look like. Just like when I was telling you guys when I did the little recap video of going through the comments when somebody was saying, oh, all these women jealous of the new trophy wife. Baby, if you look at the situation, the new trophy wife going through a divorce and she finna be a single mama with 5 kids. Me, I am a woman who, hey, probably not the preference, but I'm a single woman with 2 kids. What's so different about our situations? Besides the fact that she was married. But once she get a divorce, she's still gonna be a single mama. She's still gonna be in that category. So you guys, if you trying to say she's gonna be out here selling her body, you don't know what kind of blessings God got for this woman. You don't know what's gonna happen in this woman's life that could come through and turn her whole situation around in a positive way. And she have all the money and more to be able to pay her bills and take care of her kids so her kids won't be put out on the street. All y'all do, technically, the trophy wife was selling herself. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you. Technically, she was selling herself. She was in a situation where she was about to be homeless because she just left this other guy alone that she randomly moved her and her kids in with. Then she met that other dude, went over there and moved in with him because the lease was finna be up and the relationship was over with the other guy. Moved in with him. She went out and brought the rings, went and married him, and then this situation happened with her daughter. Allegedly, he essayed her 4 times at the beginning of the marriage. Yeah, she was selling herself. Thank you for pointing that out, Tasha. But I'm just looking at it like all these guys out here ain't nothing but hypocrites. And if people sit up and watch these podcasts, bros, and all that, BS and they follow what these guys say, y'all lost. Let's listen to what he talking about though.
But go on OnlyFans, you gotta be really desperate to want to pay for this to look at that face. I mean, in my humble opinion, but it's say not
all
that.
of that don't have anything. What this sister look like don't have anything to do with anything, sir. And that's the thing about these guys. That's why you really can't respect them, because they have a certain view about a woman that they look at and they don't deem attractive. They can't even talk in logic if they look at a woman and don't deem her to be attractive. She could be talking about so much honest stuff, just like a lot of these pick-me females who probably don't fit the bill of what they feel like a woman should be attractive or whatever. Those girls be out here, I'm talking about bad for them, talking all that good stuff taken up for them. They still gonna talk about you like this at the end of the day. If they do not deem you attractive, you getting talked down on, no matter what. No matter what. You getting talked down on. If a guy look at you and don't deem you attractive, it don't matter what you're saying. They're not trying to listen. Yeah, I don't agree with his point. Oh, what's up with your Urban? I didn't even see you out there. Shout out to Urban. Shout out to everybody. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate you guys. Salute to Urban. You guys make sure you go and check him out and hit him up. Now let's finish listening. And for anybody that don't know the backstory of this young lady, she has 4 children. I don't know how many baby fathers. I mean, that really don't matter to me. But I know one of her daughters was essayed by the father, and she has no outlets to really turn to. She don't get any child support, and like she said, she's working 6 days a week, and she about to be evicted. And let's hear the commentary that Jeremy Hill is saying about this young lady.
They will require men to give them money to sleep with them. To say it like that. It's almost like hitting the turf and hitting the blade without a P.
Y'all just heard this young lady say she working 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. I really don't think this is the type of woman that's fitting the category that he's talking about. This is not a woman that's sitting around talking about, I ain't going 50-50 with no man or no bills. I don't work. I get government assistance. She not over there sounding like those women that's over there on the Kendra G show. And I want to start doing some shows. I want to start doing some reactions to the Kendra G show and how it basically exploits single mothers, and why do a lot of the single mothers allow themselves to be exploited. So I want to do some commentary on that for sure. But sir, what you saying is crazy.
I'm saying, so these type of women start to sell their bodies, man, out of desperation, if she ain't already doing it now. Because I think that's what's going to happen to her, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Man.
What to do at this point. And it hurts because I'm starting to realize, like, I don't have no one. I have siblings in another state, but they have their own families. They have their own lives and stuff going on. So it's just like me.
Yeah, and she probably did file for child support, but y'all know how child support go. If that guy probably got a lot of kids and this and that, all of that kind of stuff could interfere with payments. And then sometimes you guys know a lot of these men out here, they get these under the table jobs after they get put on child support. So it's a lot of things that can happen that can prevent a woman from getting child support. Because me personally, I only put my son father on child support because he refused to pay for daycare when I went back to work when my son was younger. So I was like, well, look, only way I can get this daycare voucher, and I spoke with him, we had a whole conversation. I'm like, look, the only way I can get this daycare voucher is if I put you on child support, since you don't want to help with the daycare. And he was like, well, go on right ahead. And I was like, okay. So of course, a woman is going to get out here. A woman is not out here plotting to put a man on child support, especially if it's a man that's making, $30,000-$40,000 a year. I mean, that's not a lick. Women are not going out here praying on men who making $40,000 a year so we can put them on child support.
Talking to them and they can barely help me, you know what I mean? So it's just like, man. And then like my kids' family, you know, my kids' father family, they officially completely, I'm sorry, cut me and my kids off. Because
Yes, most definitely, Natasha. I'm gonna start doing some reaction shows, and actually, and I know I always say this. I'm gonna get on a schedule. Well, my schedule is gonna be Sundays, Tuesdays, and most of the time, probably a Thursday if I'm not closing those days. But yeah, it's most definitely gonna be 3 days a week. And 2 days out the weeks, I'm gonna be doing. I said I'm gonna start doing these Kendra G reaction shows because I just see like a lot of people have been starting their channel off just reacting off of Kendra G. And when I look at her stuff, it is entertaining. And I see so much stuff we can get into when it comes to the Kendra G dating show. I don't know if you guys watch it, but make sure you go and subscribe to Kendra G. I'm subscribed to her on YouTube and most definitely Instagram. Very entertaining, and like I said, a person cannot exploit you if you don't put yourself out to be exploited. So I'm going to be honest to look at it on both sides. Those women are allowing themselves to be exploited, and Kendra G is exploiting them. So yeah, I'm going to get off into some reactions for sure.
Because my kid's father chose to sit here and harm my child, so they don't want.
Where's the police report? Boy, they love taking a crap on the man. So, all right, let's say he did those things, because I don't know if he did or not. Let's say he did. What does that have to do with you getting kicked out your apartment, losing your job, about to have your car repoed, don't have food at home, and don't really have nothing going on? Your people, your brothers and sisters, you make it seem as if they're struggling because you say they can barely help you. So even if he did do that, those things that you're accusing him of, what does that have to do with any of the other things that you're talking about on YouTube when you make this video? It's tragic if he did that, but that's an isolated incident. He did that to that particular child, which is unfortunate if he did that. I don't know if he did or not. Again, if he did, what does that have to do with you not being?
And that is so crazy. I just feel like guys like this are hypocrites because when he did the commentary on a trophy wife, and if you guys go over there and look at the Jeremy Hill trophy wife video, you're going to see the big difference. And that's why I say, like, you just can't really respect people like that. Like, if I see two different videos, and on one video, it's the guy that looked like Flavor Flav, and he airing his situation out. And then I go and look on another video, and I see a guy that looks like Shamar Moore, and he airing his video out. And I have more sympathy with Shamar Moore because he fine, and I'm talking to Flavor Flav. That didn't happen to you. Oh, Flavor, you full of ish. Just because Flavor Flav look a particular way. And Urban says she's not going to sell her body. She's not confident. I can see her looking for a simp sponsorship. Yep, that's possible. That's possible. But it's just crazy the hypocrisy of these guys. How they can be, and that's why they call guys like that simps. Because you simping when it comes to one woman, but when another woman says a certain thing, I don't know if that happened. When he was looking at the trophy wife video, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to her. Oh, and she just so beautiful. Oh, this gonna turn her so bitter towards men. I really hate this. This a good one. This a good woman right here. Man, you don't know she a good woman. All you know is that she look good. And you don't know if this a bad woman. All you know is this is a woman who you don't find attractive. Crazy.
Mature enough to be responsible enough for your own life, aside from him. And at the same time, if he did, like I said, I think she had more than one baby daddy, because there had to be signs of that type of activity or desire or perverse desire between child 1 and 4 somewhere. It's no way, man. That's why I think she had more than one baby daddy. But I could be wrong, though. Let's keep going. because he kind of made it seem like she only have one, don't she? Let's just keep going though.
Want nothing to do with me and my children. So it's just like, man, we ain't got nobody at all. And I'm losing it. I'm losing it, y'all.
You're not losing weight though, that's apparent.
And I just don't know what exactly can I do. I can't even sit here, and I have 2 kids' birthdays this month. And I can't even sit here and celebrate my kid's birthday like how I want to, or at least get them something for their birthday, because guess what? Our life's about to be cut off. Guess what? I gotta figure out where our next meal gonna come from. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna come up with this rent money by the end of this month. Eviction's already been filed, so I gotta figure out the next step. I gotta figure out how to get back and forth to work with gas. I can't even sit here and provide shoes and clothes. It's cold. I can't even sit here and provide shoes for my kids. My kids is wearing sneakers that's too small for them, and they complaining about their feet hurt. And I gotta figure something out. Should I take a little bit of money and get them at least a little pair, of cheap sneakers or something? I gotta figure it all out.
That's because you choose wrong, and you chose the wrong man, and you're not married. See, I know I sound mean to y'all, but I don't care. You got to put accountability on some people, man. She chose the wrong man. She's not supposed to be providing or worry about providing in that way. She's supposed, it will be a 2-parent household, and they come together and they provide for the children. And I ain't know about the lights being turned.
Thank you, Urban. Urban said, unlike Jeremy, I'm at least leveraging, I guess, stuff about her situation to better her situation. And all he doing is coming with, all he doing is putting the young lady down. Sir, I get it. You don't find a woman attractive, but she's still a person that's going through hard times, sir. But it's crazy how you can see a woman that you find attractive and you can have that sympathy. But that's insane to me. That's insane because me, I'm so logic and I can stand on business so much that if I can even look at a man, even if he's not attractive, if he's going through something, if I'm not even wanting to sleep with this man, I don't want nothing intimate going on with this man. If I see somebody going through something, I can reach out and say some positive words while they down. Now just imagine this woman, she got online venting her situation and she run across this video of this man talking like this about her. That's crazy. But don't get me wrong, that's the risk that you take when you vent online. I understand that. But at the same time, man, us as people, we gotta have more sympathy for our people. And you always hear the black man talking about how don't nobody have sympathy for him. The whole world trying to hold him down. And look at the lack of sympathy you have for this young lady. Say it.
But hey, now the light's about to get turned off and all that. Man, look, she in a bad shape. And it's hard out there. It's hard out there, man. I'm going to tell you, I ain't going to lie to you. It's hard out there, man. It is. That's why you cannot afford to get pregnant before marriage. That's why you cannot afford to have multiple baby daddies.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure, like Urban said, she can start a YouTube channel and be successful because she's pretty, and there will be Sims sponsoring her through the cash apps, the super chats. Oh yes, it will be some people helping her. And to tell you the truth, the GoFundMe that she ended up putting up, I think is she's only asking for like 5,000 or whatever. I think the last time I looked, it was like at 3,000 and some. So people are donating to her. This is not an ugly woman. I'm like, sir, you deem her unattractive, and everybody don't have your eyes. That's why they always say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But it's crazy that he's talking about this woman like that. It's crazy.
It don't require, because it's harder for a woman with multiple children to find a husband, period. If she
now he's right about that. I gotta say right about that. And that goes back to the very first clip I showed when a woman was saying, young ladies, let's be careful about popping out these children left and right and left. Because what happens, you're making it harder for yourself in the dating field. So he right about that. I can get into them.
Has multiple children already, most men aren't going to want you. They're just going to smash and dash anyway. They don't want no parts of that because they don't want no parts of having to deal with the baby daddy in any type of capacity. Even when you say, oh, you don't got to worry about that, just I'll take care of that. No man want to hear that. No man want to hear that shit. No man wants another man dealing with his woman in any capacity. So you made life hard for yourself. You know what I mean? But there are government programs that can help this woman. But the problem with that, what they don't tell you, is that some government assistance programs take a long time to kick in.
Yeah, he right about that. And then this is another thing too. Some of these government assistance programs, they don't want you to have any income. You call these people, let's say you $175 short on your rent, right? You hit these people up like, hey, I'm close to $200 short on my rent. I just need a little assistance. All I need is $200. Well, do you have any income, ma'am? Yes. Sorry, we only help people without income. We only help people who just lost their jobs. We only help people with zero income. Oh, we only help people who get food stamps. Are you on food stamps? No, they say I didn't qualify. They told me I made $70 too much. Oh, you don't qualify. So yeah, I feel what he's saying on it.
It could take years, even with housing. Housing, you could be on the list for 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, depending on your situation, before they get to you. So, man, she in a bad situation, man. That's why I say she probably gonna start selling some cat. I really believe that. I ain't saying she's gonna be on the blade, but I think she's gonna start selling cat because I've seen women like this do that, man.
I haven't had no rest at all because guess what? Being a single mom of 4, there's no fucking sleep. No sleep. Excuse my language. None. I gotta sit here and deal with doctor's appointments. I gotta sit here.
So he can't sit up and say nothing like, well, on your downtime, girl, you better get that app up and start doing some Ubering. Girl, you got you a new car. You better get out there and do you some DoorDash. No, you gotta tell her she gonna sell cat. Okay.
Here in the school calling me, telling me, oh yeah, your child don't feel good. So working a 10-hour shift, getting off of work, dropping the kids off. And then got to come back home, try to get some sleep, and then you get a call from the school stating that your child is sick. I got to deal with all of that. Yeah. So it's just like, who can I run to for help when I don't have the answers, when I'm breaking down completely because I'm trying to be strong.
Like I told you before, women who are in survival mode, women who are struggling, they're not looking for love. Notice what she said. Who can I run to for help? Not who can I run to for love. Not who I can run to that's going to be a good man and help me get through this, but who can.
Jeremy. Love is not finna pay this woman bills. Jeremy, love is not gonna stop this woman eviction. Love is not gonna stop this woman lights from getting cut off. What do love have to do with it? Who can I run to help me get through this situation? Yes, if he got money to help you get through it, but if it's just a man that's sitting there that's gonna lay up on you and sit and watch you struggle, you don't need to run to nobody like that. Let's just keep it a bean. Like, who gonna be in a situation you and your 4 kids about to get evicted? Who gonna be running around? Oh, I need somebody to love me. Oh, I need love. Boy, if you don't go sit your butt down. She said, how he know so many that are selling cat? Good question, Tasha. Questions that need answers. Girl.
Help me. Who can please? Who the hell can help me? That's what it is. Women like this, they cannot love you properly when they're struggling. And it's not
Of course they not gonna be trying to love nobody properly. She need to love them 4 kids she got and do what she gotta do to get her rent paid and keep a roof over her kids' head. And you talking about she ain't sitting up here talking about, oh, I just need a man. She ain't talking about she need a man. That woman need her bills paid. What love got to do with anything? Now I'm not empathizing on her saying she got to do things to take care of her children. That's called being an adult. She made that choice to procreate with them betas. That's true. She did make that choice. And like I said, and you guys, y'all can go and check out Jeremy Hill if that's what you want to do. And like I said, I really, really have to shout out this young lady who ended up doing this video. And it all circles back around to the first video that I ended up making. And I'm gonna go back just in case there were people who came in late and didn't see what I was talking about when it came to that young lady. So this young lady ended up going viral and got a whole lot of backlash, and I seen some backlash down in the comment section when she told women to hold off on having so many children before you're married. So a lot of people actually got mad at her. Hold on, I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna let you guys listen to this because I feel like everything in that last video of that young lady about to get evicted and about to get her lights cut off, all the stuff that she going through, I feel like it kind of circles all the way back around to this situation here. So I'm gonna share this. Make sure you guys seeing it. You guys make sure you hit that like button. I thank you guys for tuning in. Let's listen to this because it all circles back around to this what she's talking about. Let's listen to her.
I know a couple that's out here. Y'all popping them out like hotcakes. Just remember, one day you're going to be my age. I'm 29. She's 20. How are you? 26. She's 26. One day you're going to be our age. And the more kids you keep popping out, the more kids you're going to keep accumulating, which means the more kids you're going to want some man to accept as his own. Let's be for fucking real. And if you already know how hard it is to date with kids, you already can't find a babysitter. You already missing days of work. You already don't have money for yourself.
Thank you. You already missing days of work. Missing days of work. What that equal up to? A short paycheck. Already can't find daycare. What that equal up to? Me not going to work, equaling up to a short paycheck. So it all circle back around to what this young lady talking about. That's why I was so so surprised to see the backlash that she got for saying this.
If you already calling now, you already don't have your hair done, your nails never done. You always walk around here looking how you looking because you got to take care of this kid. Or you might be the other kind of parent who look good and your kid look a fucking hot mess because you trying to keep up your image so you can be able to entertain whoever it is you trying to.
And you heard that young lady, the one that's about to get evicted, you heard her say she can't even afford to buy the shoes for her kids. Her kids complaining that they feed her because she can't afford them new shoes. See, this what this young lady talking about. When y'all be 17, 18, 19, up through your 20s, you running into this guy, you think you in love, you pop out his baby. That don't work out. You meet another guy. Oh, I love him. Oh, he rocked my world in the bedroom. You pop out his baby. So you keep popping, and the relationships don't work out, and you left alone. So it goes all the way back full circle to what's going on with this other young lady.
Entertain. Take into consideration that it costs nothing to get on fucking birth control.
Thank you. And that's what I don't understand. That's so true. And birth control is for free. Birth control for free. It don't cost none. I mean, I know the prices of condoms are going up, but damn it, it's worth it if you ain't got a child you got to take care of for 18 years. And a condom or some birth control ain't gonna hurt nobody. Ain't no birth control ever hurt nobody. That's true. The value drops when you have kids. That goes for men too. Thank you, Urban. Because Urban, every day where I work at, I see single fathers every day where I work at. And they have the same, I mean, I be talking to guys that have about the same issues dating when it comes to them as women have too. Single women out here, don't think you're alone. Men have crazy dating stories too. They have the same issues out here too, and especially the men who are out here as single dads. I think Urban told me he was a single dad before him and his current wife got married. The people that need to hear this is not listening to her. They dancing the sexy red. Thank you. They somewhere looking for the hoochie daddy. I'm trying to get ratchet. They trying to get they stretched. That's what they doing. Thank you, Natasha. They ain't listening to her. I promise. If I can find this link, I'm gonna share it to my community wall so you guys can click on this video and go straight to the comment section. Go to the comment section. When, as a matter of fact, when I do post the link in just a little bit, I'ma just post it on my community wall and say, go to the comment section. Y'all read through them comments and see what them people saying. They talking to this woman like she crazy because she telling girls don't have a lot of kids. And y'all see on the internet all these women going through all this stuff with these kids. Kids getting essayed by their fathers. Women out here facing eviction. Women just going through all of this. And y'all acting like y'all upset because she's telling y'all, hey, y'all might want to stay on some birth control. Hey, ladies, you probably gonna have a hard time if you out here with a lot of kids, man. You're gonna have a hard time dating. When they keep, she just keeping it a buck. And speaking of keeping it a buck, let's watch this situation here. Now this, we're having trouble playing this video. Please try again. Hold on, let me go back out. This another video that's sad to me. This another video that went viral, not too long ago. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm probably just have to screen record and post this to my shorts or something. Cause I want y'all to see this video. But I hate that they're doing this in front of this. Okay, but that's another woman who's going through eviction and stuff, and her baby father don't want to take the baby in and stuff like that. Natasha said, "Facts. I don't date men who have multiple baby mamas." Thank you. That's a lot of drama. Who want to deal with that? And then let's say if it's a guy that's trying to holler at you, and you start talking to him, and let's say he got 3 baby mamas. Out of all 3 of them baby mamas, it's at least one baby mama that's still holding on. And then let me tell you this before I get up off of here. I actually know personally where I'm from. I know a girl who had she had a child by a guy. She had 2 kids by him. And they broke up and he got with another girl. He was dating this other girl for at least close to a year. Don't you know that second baby mama, the girl that I knew, she was creeping, behind the other girl, sleeping with her baby daddy. And don't you know, just to prove that she was still messing with him, she purposely got pregnant by him just to prove she was still sleeping with him. And he still did not leave that girl. You have baby mothers like this. I'm talking about, that's diabolical to me. That you would go out here and procreate. See, this is what Priscilla be talking about. You go out here procreating a child out of spite, out of spitefulness, out of jealousy. You got pregnant just to prove to that girl that you was still sleeping with your baby daddy. But you not looking at it like, you ain't looking at it like, hey, I'm gonna be the one stuck over here raising this child. It's insane. A lot of women do a lot of stuff out of spite. Men do stuff out of spite too. It's a lot of men that they could be in a relationship or a marriage messing up the whole time. When a woman get tired and move on, that man a whole money back from his kids just to try to watch her struggle and make her suffer because she decided to leave. So when it comes to spiteful stuff, that spiteful stuff can come from either side. It's women out here who men have moved on to other relationships and they purposely keep the kids from him. just to spite him. So men and women both play spiteful games. And the only people that end up suffering is the kids. Sadly. When I was in the dating market, I never talked to single women with no kids because I knew I didn't qualify. Now I did smash some single women without kids, but it was a pump and a dump. Boy, you is silly. Natasha said, boy, bye. Natasha, I'm just being honest. There are many single women who just want to have a good time. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what they say? Some girls just want to have fun. Girls just want to have fun, honey. And I ain't mad at you. If you just want to have a good time, go on and have a good time. I ain't mad at you. But yeah, shout out to everybody. And happy December. This is the last month of the year. Can't believe it. Happy Sunday to y'all. I hope y'all have an awesome work week. And I thank y'all for tuning in. And I am signing out. Katie Talk 101. Till next time. Peace.